We're about as low gets right now. We're doing things that are unrecognizable, things that you can't even begin to tolerate for 1 second. Players, coaches, right? We had a rough stretch there. It's one of the toughest schedules in college football. It don't matter. We got 4 games, 4 opportunities to change the perception of Arkansas. We're all in this together. I mean, obviously I said some things at halftime. I just want you to understand this. Really, the difference between where we are right now and where we could be is all between our ears and all within our heart. It's going to come. This is when everybody gives you a reason not to have faith.
Oh man, where do I start?
If that was an ass kicker, I'd love to see what last year was.
When he was trash talking, he could do it with the best. You knew that.
There aren't many quotable coaches. Let's be honest, some pretty boring people.
To kneel on the 2-yard line, for me, that's a very fulfilling moment. Borderline erotic.
He's a big old lineman who's living large and enjoying life.
I'm getting bigger. Not a lot of people can do that right there.
Describe me as a married man.
They're like a perfect puzzle, man. They just fit.
And then there's a difference between packing and forgetting like 9 things every time. You don't know if you forgot anything.
I would describe him as a very, very good football coach who happens to have personality.
Want to point any fingers, point them at me. I didn't get you ready to play this game.
Every year we were like one of the top 5 programs getting kids drafted every year. And I know you can do that here. I laugh all the time at the way the media portrays certain programs and certain coaches.
See, now that's how stuff gets started.
This is a win, I get it. And there's a nice ass boot right there.
I think that's a pretty stand-up guy. Say what I want. Pretty straight shooter. I'm not thinking I'm a man of word, you know what I mean? Something along that lines. I think guys that don't know me might think I'm outspoken. Or, you know, like when I first came in this league and people thought I was just piping off. Of course, it helps if we start winning a few games.
I'm Bret Bielema. I know my last name's a hard one to say. I've been bulimia. Coach B is an easy one.
Bret Bielema's got this bigger-than-life kind of personality. He's outspoken.
2 types of coaches, those who've been fired and those who are going to be fired.
Somewhat cocky.
And I've never been fired. I ain't planning on changing that.
But everyone he spends time with also seems to really enjoy being around him.
He's certainly got his own brand. He's out there.
The world is full of haters, man.
It's hard to imagine any head coach that gets more out of life than he does. But he's also really detailed and buttoned up, unwavering on certain football philosophies. He's unique. How would you define bravado?
Bravado is probably an aura that one puts out, whether it's intentional or unintentional. I think people feel it, can see it, can sense it. Took off 6 a.m. this morning, wheels up. These guys, first private travel experience. We're heading into our hotel here. We're gonna actually grab a little breakfast before we hit the circuit. Half hour down in Radio Row where we'll do, I think these guys all have 5 different stations. Little warm up, we'll come back up to the room, regroup, and then we hit the big show. Then we're downstairs, kind of a gauntlet for about 3 hours, and hopefully by about noon we're done. And there might be a few people inside for autographs. You want me to sign that Alabama hat?
It's over there.
Yeah, look out, see like those Alabama people, they look like they're Arkansas, but they're really not.
That's the wrong A.
That's the wrong A. See you, babe. You gotta run.
You.
Bye. We'll see you guys in a little bit. Absolutely. You come down with us? Yeah. Yep. It's like the price is right. What's going on?
You know, as coaches, we'll do that a little bit. I'm just looking forward to hopping on the hopping on the plane.
When you read stuff or see stuff on TV that he says, how do you react?
I'm kind of shocked at times. I go, Bret.
Can't believe I just said that.
I just kind of say, that's our son, you know. I mean, celebrate it. You're not going to change it.
I looked right up at you. I said, hopping on the plane, and with my wife flying back to Fayetteville, I'm out. We're up.
I've received several texts in the last 48 hours before coming here to different media people saying, we need you, we need you. I felt a little pressure.
Sometimes you say things maybe we shouldn't, but that's life.
I'm married. I figured it out. It's a lot better to communicate on the front end than try to deal with the consequences at the end. So we, you know, it was supposed to be funny.
Good, how are you? Yeah. You're a CZ. A lot of editing. Watch out, watch out. Just kidding.
Oh, don't do that.
He's a big, loud guy who kills it in the big media room.
At Arkansas, we're not built very sexy. We're just kind of a work in progress. We need a lot of time in the bathroom to get ready and come out and look great. But when we do, we'll stop time.
When you go to media days, he's like the guy you wait for.
We went to a casino and we won a little bit of.
I told him about when we hit some casino in there for good money. And then I said
At that time, we thought we were really rolling in it. And he said, let's go out and celebrate. I said, yeah, where do you want to go? And he's like, let's go to Lone Star Steakhouse. I said, yes.
Drank the house cab.
It was a big time. I think we had the house cab and a chicken breast.
A lot of college football coaches come across as like Stepford wives. They don't say a whole lot, but they all sort of sound alike. And Bret comes across as a genuine person.
Michigan pulls out of the series. There are other teams that play two big-time teams. Why did you drop Arkansas? That was my take. Where's your take, Coach?
I don't think I can say the exact same thing.
I got my response. I got the PG version and the R version.
Which one are you going to use and when are you going to use it?
Well, that depends on mood I'm in, Deech. Depends on who's asking, too.
I'm sorry, the Michigan-Notre Dame thing sounds sexy to everybody else, but I think Michigan and Arkansas sounds sexy. I was very excited about Big Ten versus SEC. I made a comment in the spring that I'd love to see a Big Ten SEC challenge at the front end. My commish gave me a little joust back, said that's called a bowl game.
So when they dropped us, they had to pay us $2 million. And they said, what do you do with that $2 million? I said, let's have a satellite camp in Cabo.
I love him. He's one of my favorite guys in college football, and a lot of people will refer to his personality, his bravado, his willing to speak his mind. I love the way his team plays for him. I like to watch how the guys react. I can see how they actually play and are motivated by him. I love the toughness and the blue-collar mentality that they go about their business.
You know, you get feisty with me too, are you?
I think it's a very good. Look, the guy went to 3 Rose Bowls for crying out loud. Okay, it ain't like he's not been coaching and had a whole lot of success. He's just in an environment that's really, really tough. And last time I checked, ain't a whole lot of people beating Nick Saban. Okay, I think he's done fairly well.
All right, Marcus, who's your allegiance? I know we're sitting. I'm guessing. You think he's Bama or Auburn?
Ooh.
Yeah, I think he's.
I don't know. I think
he looks a little Auburn, doesn't he?
I don't know. He might be Bama favorite. Auburn?
Yeah.
Auburn? He's Auburn dude? He's an Auburn guy.
Jen, why don't we drop the dogs off here at Hope?
That'd be good. Oh. Talk about a doghouse.
I just like to get a little jab.
I think that his honesty in a time where everybody's manufacturing sound bites, he'll just let it fly and apologize later or not apologize later.
Where did you get the idea that I'm going to say what I feel, whether it's popular or not?
Without a doubt, it initially started with Hayden Fry. You know, Hayden used to, don't lie, don't sugarcoat it. Tell it like it is. They're going to write what they want to write anyways.
This presentation is brought to you by Bandit Outdoors, Pepsi, and 5 Hour Energy.